Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine's been not bad actually. I've been at home most of the time except yesterday we went out for part of the day and it was lovely. It was just nice to get out of the four walls and take my car for another wee spin. And I actually been out twice this week. That's right, and both times I've let Dad drive a bit so that he can get used to the new car as well. So I think he likes her. So yeah, Mum hasn't driven yet. Um, Hopefully within the next couple of weeks, if we can get her shoulders are a bit tight, so hopefully if we can loosen them off, then she'll be able to sort of have a go at driving the car, which I think she would really look forward to. Reading wise, it's been not a bad week. I finished three books and plus the one that I was finishing from last week, so shall we say 3.5 books, which is not bad. So the one that was a carryover that I was reading last weekend was The Christmas Season by Ali Sinclair. I gave this one 2.5 out of 5. I didn't really connect with the characters. I understood what the author was trying to do and sort of trying to bring about with the book. So essentially, this girl Emma has taken over her mother's matchmaking company, and she has come up with this idea of trying to run a season like they do in Jane Austen novels. And she's already done one season which was particularly successful, and she's now doing a Christmas one. And to this, she has invited Hope, and Hope was at the summer one and didn't find herself a partner. So she's invited Hope to the Christmas one. And along with Hope gets not only her own invite, but she gets 3 other invites as well. And Hope shares a flat with her cousins Connie and, oh gosh, what's Connie's sister? Grace. And so they each take an invite, and then her best friend is Theo, and he takes an invite. So the first event, they all go, and Theo doesn't meet anyone. He doesn't really want to sort of, shall we say, move away from Hope, but she kind of makes him. And Grace and Connie are twins, and I think if I'm rightly, they are identical, but they don't have dress the same way or anything like that. So they can be told apart. So this is the story of basically the four of them going through the Christmas season, as it were. The people they meet, the things that they do, and how it all resolves in the end. It was okay, as I say. I just didn't really gel with the characters. I liked the idea of sort of Austen-esque season, etc., but it really didn't just gel with me, which is a shame because it was one that I'd chosen for review. I just thought the pace would be quicker. I thought I'd be more engaged with the characters, but unfortunately not. So I then listened to Sweet Holiday Wishes by Melissa McClone. So this is part of the Indigo Bay series. It's like a very short book. It only lasted an hour. So we meet this lady who is a nurse, and I think her name is Lizzie. And herself and her husband, who's called Mitch, are going through a divorce, but they're not divorced yet, and Mitch wants to win her back. And one of the reasons that they gave up was he is an army ranger, and basically his work takes up a majority of his time, and he doesn't prioritize the relationship. So he decides that he's going to take Lizzie away for Christmas, and he takes her to Indigo Bay because they never had a honeymoon, and he books them into the honeymoon suite, and it's basically their time in Indigo Bay, what they do, what it means to them, and how it brings them closer again. It was really beautifully written. I loved the characters. I gave this one 4 out of 5. And I just really liked it. It makes me actually want to go and read more of the Indigo Bay series now. So it's kind of sparked that. So I really enjoyed that. I then read, I don't have the book with me, The Wanderer by Robyn Carr. This is the first in the Thunder Bay series, I think it's called. I borrowed this from the library. So we meet Cooper, who is come to Thunder Bay because one of his best friends, Ben, has passed away and has left him something in the will. And what Ben has left him is the bait shop plus all the surrounding land. And Cooper is really not sure what he wants to do. When he gets into the bait shop, because it's been locked up, etc., during probate, there are a lot of things that need done to it, and he realises, well, he can either just raze it to the ground and sell all the land, or he can rebuild it, or renovate it. So what he decides to do is to renovate it, gets people in to help him, but he also, does some of the work. He also becomes involved with a lady in the town. He meets her on the beach, and also her young brother. He helps her young brother out of a situation. The young brother's called Landon, the lady's called Sarah. So he and Sarah form a friendship. He and Landon form a friendship. And so he begins to make ties within the town. He also meets Mac, the local deputy sheriff, and they become friends, and he gets drawn into like Mac's family situation, with Mac and his family and things. It was really, really well done. Really enjoyed it. I gave this 4 out of 5. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a great start to a series, and definitely one that I want to be continuing with. I read a couple of Virgin River and never continued. Not because I didn't like it, it's just because I just didn't sort of take the time to get more Virgin River books, because I got them on my Kindle. So I definitely, having sort of read the physical book of Thunder Bay from the library, I want to read more and actually get the series, because I think it's a series that my mum will like as well. So it means that we could both enjoy it. I then read, for the classic children's book group, I read The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis. I gave this 3 out of 5. So this is the start of Narnia, and we meet this mad magician who has somehow worked out a way of sending things to other planets or other realms, as it were. And his nephew Diggory has come to stay because his mum's not well, and she's there as well. And Diggory meets Polly, the girl next door, and they realise that all the houses, that the attics all run together. There's no separation, and somehow they end up in Diggory's uncle's study at the top of the house, and he's a mad magician, and he basically sends them off to another world, and they go there, they have the means to come back, and then they end up, they have an adventure. They end up as well at the beginning of Narnia, and Aslan sends them off to do something for him, and they come back. It was really nicely written. I really liked it. I liked the way that it also, you saw the start of Narnia, you saw how it ties in with the rest of this, or how the rest of the series comes on from that. So I really, really liked it. I think that I think children, it was aimed at what we call primary 7 age kids, so that's grade 6 in America. So I could see kids sort of enjoying that, the start of the Narnia series. I think they would enjoy it. You're not supposed to like the uncle. The uncle's just, and he is quite a self-obsessed, narcissistic man who is just, you don't really like him. But he was useful for the plot line, as it were. So what else am I reading, I hear you ask? I've picked up The Trawlerman by William Shaw. This is one of the books that Dad chose for me to read. So this is the third book that he chose for me to read. It's a thriller. It's a murder mystery. So at the moment I am on page 120, 112. So I've got that to read. I'll probably get it read over the weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I am reading on my Kindle a review book called Once Upon a Beast by Kyra Jacobs, I think her name is. I've got it written in my book, but I haven't. So it's quite good because to do with the bookshop and raising funds for repairs to a bookshop. So that is good. So I am enjoying that as well. I think I'm about halfway through with that one. So it will definitely be finished this weekend. Apart from that, those are what I'm reading. I'm really chuffed with that. Reading's going well, and I am sort of trying to read a bit more. Sort of, how can I say it? A bit more systematically. I'm not trying to have like 3 or 4 books on the go. It's just like 2, which is nice. Weekend, what do we plan to do? I don't know. There's much. Well, it'll be tennis. I'll have to watch both the women's final and the men's final. Definitely watch that. I don't have any other major plans. Just gonna be. I've got some crafting to do. I want to do some cross stitch, so I can pick that up while I'm watching the tennis. That's fine. But that's it. Weather today is dull. It's the wind. It's been quite windy this week. We've had sun, but it's been windy. It's not the kind of weather that you can sit out in. We've had like showers of rain. I think we're gonna by the looks of the clouds, it's going to rain again at some point this afternoon. So yeah, hence for the cardi. It's quite a lightweight one, so it's not that it's going to be, oh my goodness, I'm so warm. But I wanted something else on apart from just my shirt. So that's it. So I am waffling, friends. I really am waffling. So please let me know down in the comments. Have you read any of the books I have mentioned? What did you think of them? What are you reading at the moment? I would love to know. And if you've read anything, what's kind of been a standout book that you've read this week? I would love to know. And what are your weekend plans? But until my next video, friends, stay safe and happy reading. Bye.